This story ain't too long, nor is it too big, but I'll try my best. So, this particular story happened right in the Philippines, my hometown. This happened over a decade ago, but I still remember it like it just happened last month. So, it still goes in my head from time to time. So, 2008, first grade, I resided on my relative's house, the same house I grew up on in the Philippines. This house has been around since like the 70s and owned by my great grandmother of my mom's side. I was 7 at the time, and on the first day of November, me and my family would celebrate what we call All Souls Day to honor our dead, all relatives and loved ones. It's like a thing in the Philippines where you celebrate every November 1st. So we lit some candles at some parts of the house, around the house actually, and that night we prayed for the spirits of the deceased, all the souls in our relatives, and later that night we finished our prayers, finished our supper together, and we set off to go to our rooms to sleep. I head to my little room and lay down. Me being a little boy, of course, at the age of 7, I was of course afraid of the dark. So I had to sleep next to my aunt, who lived with us at the time, along with a little lampshade that grew in my room. As we lay there, I fell asleep. I would then suddenly wake up in the middle of the night, hearing footsteps outside the lawn. They sounded like that of black dress shoes, but in the middle of the night, I thought it was my uncle out at night to get a snack or some coffee, but no, he wouldn't do no such thing, especially at the time. Like, who would get coffee at that hour, right? I thought it could be a robber, but no. But I remember once more that the gate of our house would always be locked at that hour. Like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., who does that at around that hour, right? So, who would get inside that easily and walk around if the front gate was locked? It was very impossible. So, I looked at my aunt next to me, who was deep asleep. I was so scared that I had to cover my ears with pillows. The footsteps continued for about a couple of minutes or about nearly an hour, and I had fallen asleep eventually. The next morning, I had told my mother and aunt all about the incident, and them being superstitious too, of course, believed me. So it was All Souls Day that evening after all, and maybe it was just my long dead grandfather perhaps giving our house a visit once more, or the rest of the relatives who have died and first owned the house that very day.